not playing. Just text me. I'm trying to listen to Juice WRLD.
If I was him, I'd buy a. If I was him, I'd buy a gun. Iggy Splits is live, man. I'm playing Bengals 1-1. He's actually the old Texans user, so it's gonna be fun. He's decent, yeah. He's got Joe Burrow and John Ross. Oh, he's god awful. I mean, geesh.
Bacon, I mean not bacon. Jared, ignore that.
Gosh.
I clicked it by accident.
All right, much appreciated, Coach.
Something
As we
about
welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League.
You.
Do you want to play? If you want to play, we can play.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans.
No.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant. Protein spell. Check 50, check 50. Check 26, check 26. Go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He's on some of y'all ass.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
Wait, guys. I know you don't support my stream, but this guy just punted the ball 20 yards. I was about to say, dang, man. Nah, bro, sorry, man.
Watson on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now it's Connor. And he'll give him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Now Joe Mixon.
Yep, Joe Mixon is down, bro. You're not supposed to keep running the ball.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
On the run, it's Mixon.
Bro, why did Joe Mixon have human joystick?
On the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but When you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to them, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
I did that. I threw a brick at his face, man.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
Well, how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Bro, I've thrown 2 picks
Picked off by
on 2
Von
throws.
Bell. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly.
Yo, he got baited
That's
heavy.
intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray.
He got baited.
See, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one,
watch
but
the screen.
incomplete.
Watch it.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
Bro, that was listening. He's listening to you.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
He's running goal line.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Cracked his mother.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes.
I'm about to say, you heard it. Like, I know you heard it.
Get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic.
I'm about to say, I know you heard
some
me.
concern because once you start in a certain pattern,
I'm about to say, I didn't stutter.
And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Hey, dude, get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Bro,
Return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit.
Yo, y'all hate me now. Imagine if I was like a person who ran the ball every play. Y'all wouldn't talk to me.
Hey, we gotta snap it. We gotta snap it.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough. I respect it.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Mixon, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd and 2. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Dwayne's not listening to you.
They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
You better not look at
And now look at him go.
John Ross is too slow.
10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
My team's thinking of doing this league's thinking
the
of doing
Bengals drive about to get going, and we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you're down.
I want the Seahawks. I want the Seahawks.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Alexander Russell Wilson.
Oh,
Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett, Steve Martin. Oh,
they've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
No.
They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Yo, turn it down a tiny bit.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
61, matchbox, lights. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
Rock it.
Check three. Check 24. Slam.
Back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel.
He's nice. No. Don't get rid of Ugo.
Progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes.
Don't get rid of Ugo.
Because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Watch the safety creep. Switch. Slam. Jack. Watch 29.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Very disturbing noise, but
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along.
Not that good.
But their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Bengals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
Or who's tackled him? I think Bradley Roby tackled him.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
He's also got
James Conner. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Texans 20, Bengals 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 20.
Why are you pausing the game, you puss? I couldn't control my play. I was trying to run after him. I couldn't control him.
Yard line.
Gun split close.
Ready, 8, read.
QB's trash. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31. Watch the eye. Check 50.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, my 7.
2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Why can't I call T? Now he's just gonna waste taunts, bro.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Terry McLaurin's a god. Look at it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
Baby dots.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Go, Randall.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They need some premium talent.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And a diving
Can you go and tackle him for he
got
up?
that, yes. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood! Get it!
Back to throw here.
Hell
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds McLaurin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Watson.
That's just hot. That is just an absolute steamer.
Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front.
And look, that is Mims.
Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Are you dumb?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I wasn't invited.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
People invite Aaron just assume they're inviting me. I don't do that shit, man.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
If you want to invite me, you can invite me.
Correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, man. What happened?
He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll drop to throw.
I'm an idiot.
And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Get
On first down, it's Watson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think that's why Deshaun doesn't win MVP.
They will get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's just fun to like.
Here's Watson.
Oh my God, he got bumped.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm up 27-10.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football
bacon,
back.
I wouldn't any games.
After the interception, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away. And got his man. It's caught.
Look at the touchdown, Bacon.
Houston.
That's a hot one.
Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their deep.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. This is caught.
Big. Look at the
screen.
stream.
Take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Crazy. That puts him back. That's not. He's not back in the game because he's ass. But
so now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Get it.
They'll try and throw for it. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
That's just steaming hot, baby. That's just a beam.
Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I said he has Righteous on there. That's a good song. So, I'm about to say, I'll probably sit in my room and cry tomorrow while listening to it or something. So.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 78 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming, then got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's got it with the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 67 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Most of the time.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step
I'm not
back
playing
as
good
he
defense,
loses a
there's
yard
some
or
very
two.
high chance I'll lose the game. regardless if I'm playing great defense or whatever.
On 2nd and 11 now.
That's a hot.
Watson.
That's
and
hot.
got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally get to him. A great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says,
Vicky,
we're going to call this be who you are defense.
Donkey.
D-lineman, you play the run.
Aggressive cat.
Be aware of anything.
Never mind.
And secondary,
I lost
the
double
pass.
me, baby.
That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Johnson.
No, if they drop the ball, you lose it. Or if you target them and it's not completed.
Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete. Another incomplete pass there.
See, Bacon, I might have 5 interceptions. He has 7.
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze.
I'm able to force turnovers.
It is a team game, right? And let's be honest, the defense did no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Finds a seam inside the 40.
Nice, Bradley.
Down to the 6-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon.
Huh?
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
I think he has human joy. It looks like it.
Still facing a sizable deficit.
And
I think he has human joystick.
But he needs help from the other 2/3.
And maybe human joystick. I think like bulldozer or something.
And he also needs special teams to maybe create.
At least that's what it feels like. And it's trucking my soul.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Check it. Alert. Jam. 24. Switch it.
Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. So a loss of 5.
I just lost my bazooka. Oh, no, I didn't.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
97. 90. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Let him go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And now here is another
This kid Alexander has like 36 picks. I keep trying to throw the same ball every time.
Get it back to the 41-yard
Probably.
line.
He's not good. I just keep trying to throw the same pass every time.
It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon.
Good hit, Derwin.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, Mixon.
Nope, tackle for loss.
Lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Hell no.
And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it.
My kicker needs XP.
Exactly
he doesn't get in often. Well, actually,
so for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
He said, "You're weird for
the
taking that field goal 1 second
They'll fall
left."
to
GG.
1-2, and they'll try to get back on the beam next
Bro,
week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I could just say be a dickhead and say I don't care, but I'm not trying to start a... Bro, I don't think he'll know what cover the spread means. He's a pothead. See, look, Zane Gonzalez got an upgrade. I'll just say kicker had a trait. Yeah, he does now.
I hate my life. I really do. I really do. I don't want to play this game anymore, bro.
Look, now Zane Gonzalez has 75 power. Bad in 20. Yo, my phone is still dead. Whipping that white girl. I'll be back.
So apparently the Texans are godsend.
Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it.
Mine. I started once a week.
Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
I simmed parts.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name.
Because whenever I play user defense, I go back and forth. And I don't like
I ain't
that.
come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Living up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I